Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi everyone. My name is Afifah Zahra together with my friend Najwa Ashikin. We will be the representatives for group 20 for the task reading skill. So this is the summary of our lesson plan. So we choose to teach year 5 and the theme that we choose is word of knowledge under the topic towns and cities. Okay, so the focus skill is reading and the integrated skill is speaking. The proficiency of our pupils is intermediate and the previous knowledge that the pupils have is the pupils have learned some vocabulary about towns and cities. So in this lesson, we focus on the two learning objectives, which are by the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to first read and answer at least 4 out of 6 true or false questions correctly related to the reading text City on the Sea. And second, give at least 2 reasons on their opinion about Oasis of the Seas orally in full sentences. Okay, so the first one, the pupils will read and answer true or false questions about the reading text, which entitled City on the Sea. And second, which is the speaking activity, the pupils need to give 2 reasons on their opinion about Oasis of the Seas. Okay, Oasis of the Seas is actually the big cruise or the big ship that the pupils will learn through the reading text City on the Sea.
Hello, I continue with the presentation. First of all, I would like to inform that this lesson will be conducted through Google Meet. During the first stage, which is the set induction stage, the material that we're going to use is an ebook. The ebook is created by using a free website named Book Creator. I will show you the website. This is the website. First, teacher will show the title of the reading text, which is City on the Sea. Then, teacher will ask questions to the pupils related to the text, related to the title, to attract their attention toward the text. The question might be, what comes into your mind when you think of City on the Sea? The pupils might be giving answers such as a city near to the sea or a ship. It depends on their prior knowledge. Moving on to the next stage, which is the presentation stage, we will be having a reading activity. The materials that we're going to use are the previous ebook and a PowerPoint slide. The procedures are teacher reads aloud the reading text City on the Sea. So during the Google Meet session, teacher will read aloud the reading text. As we all know, in reading aloud session, the teacher will try as much as possible to make sure that the pupils are engaged with the text. To ensure that the pupils are engaged to the text, the teacher can ask questions such as, what can you see in the picture? And or have you been on a ship before? And the teacher will let the pupils to share their experience or to share their knowledge. Okay, so this is the tag. As you can see, apart from just a text alone, we also provided this picture so that the pupils will understand the text better. Because we are teaching the pupils who are in intermediate level, so there are possibilities that some of them they might not have the understanding toward the text. So by providing the picture, it will help them to have a little bit clue about the text. Okay, as you can see, the hotel, the 5-star hotel, and this is the beach and ship. In this ebook, by using the website, the teacher can also put their voice recording in the ebook. So for the pupils who have not able to join the Google Meet session, the teacher can give the link to them and they can just open the link and hear the voice recording. It will help them to get the right pronunciation of every word. Next, if you notice, there are some words that we have highlighted here, such as cabin, passengers, and chef. The purpose why we highlighted the certain word because we want the pupils to pay attention toward the word because these are all the new words that they will learn later. Okay, next. After the teacher read the text, the teacher will introduce and explain briefly the vocabularies word of the day. So by using PowerPoint slide, teacher will introduce the highlighted words in the text such as cabin, passenger, chef, swimming pool. By providing picture with the vocabulary, it will help the pupils to remember better because this is one of the efficient way for the learner to learn a new word, which is by looking at the picture and at the same time looking at the word. Next, teacher asks a question about the text to engage pupil with the text. So these are the example of the question. Do you think Oasis of the Seas is a good place for a holiday or not? And the teacher will let the pupil share their opinion, and at the same time, teacher will also share the expected answer. Moving on to the practice stage, we will be having a quiz. The learning objective is, by the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to read and answer at least 4 out of 6 true or false questions correctly related to the reading text City on the Sea. We will use quizzes for the quiz. The procedures are, first teacher explain about the activity, then teacher will paste the quizzes link in the chat box. The pupil just need to click on the link and it will bring them to the website so that they can answer the quiz. This is the website. This website is very good because we can conduct a live quiz where the pupils will answer the same quiz at the same time. Other than that, the pupils who are not able to join the class, the Google Meet session, they can also do the quiz as a homework because the teacher can also assign homework by using quizzes. These are after the quiz has ended, teacher will announce the pupil who get the first place in the quiz because we know that the pupils they love competition very much. So by making it like a competition, will make them eager to understand to understand the text better. Okay, so I will I will pass the floor to Zahra.
Okay, so now we will move to the production stage. We name the activity as speaking time, and the learning objective that we focus on this activity is, by the end of the lesson, pupils will be able to give at least 2 reasons on their opinion about Oasis of the Seas orally in full sentences. Okay, so the material that we are going to use for in this activity is our PowerPoint slides and also wheel of names, or we also call it as spinning wheel. Okay, so first I'm going to explain about the procedures of this activity. First, teacher explains about the activity to the pupils, and then teacher demonstrates on how to carry out the activity. Okay, so for this, maybe the teacher can demonstrate on how to answer the questions for the speaking activity. Okay, third, teacher spins the wheel of names to choose the pupil to answer the question, and then the chosen pupil need to answer the question, and then based on the answer, teacher give feedback based on the pupil's answer. Okay, lastly, teacher repeats step 3 to 5 for several times. Okay, so now we will look at the PowerPoint slides. Okay, so the PowerPoint slides that we will use is the same as the one that we use from the presentation stage and also practice stage. So, okay, this one. So the teacher explain about the activity first to the pupils. Okay, and then the teacher ask the pupils to answer the question below. Okay, so let's look at the question. In your opinion, is Oasis of the Seas a good place for a holiday? Why or why not? Give at least 2 reasons. So in this speaking activity, the pupils need to give their own opinion about Oasis of the Seas and give at least 2 reasons based on their answer. Okay, so if the pupils are low or intermediate proficiency, maybe we can use this slide. Okay, the teacher need to demonstrate on how to answer the questions first, so that the pupils will get the insight on how to answer the questions. Okay, so the example of the answer. In my opinion, Oasis of the Seas is a good place for a holiday because I like swimming in the pools. Besides, I also get to eat many delicious food there. Okay, so based on the example of the answer, the pupils can use the template below to guide them to answer the question. Okay, but if the pupils are high proficiency and they can already construct their sentences by their own, so maybe the teacher, maybe this slide is not necessary for the teacher to use. Okay, so to choose who is going to answer the question, okay, so the teacher will click this, the wheel of names link. Okay, so this will appear, and then the teacher only need to click here. Okay, for example, we get Azam. Okay, so Azam need to answer the questions already in the Google Meet session. Okay. Okay, for this wheel of names, what you need to do if you want to use this, you just need to type wheel of names and then it will appear, and then we need to prepare this before lessons, and then we can save it so that we can use it multiple times for our lessons. Alright. And okay. We know that this lesson is only for 30 minutes, so it is not logical for all the pupils to get the opportunity to answer or to participate in this speaking activity. So what we can do is the teacher can instruct the pupil to record their voice and send it into the Telegram or WhatsApp group after the lesson, so that the teacher can assess all the pupils, not only those who get the opportunity to answer during the Google Meet session. Alright, so lastly, the closure stage. Okay, so in this stage, we name it as quick recap, where we will use PowerPoint slides, consists of like a quick quiz for the pupils to answer. So the procedures, first teacher asks pupils to choose the correct word for the picture shown in the PowerPoint slides, and then teacher sums up the lesson. Okay, so let's look for the PowerPoint slides. Okay. So we have 5 pictures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the pupils need to choose which word that match the picture shown. Okay, so for example, if the pupil choose the correct answer, they will hear this sound. Okay, but if they choose the incorrect word, they will hear this explosion sound. So the same goes as for number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. In this quick recap or quick revision, we not only test their memory on the vocabulary that they have learned during the presentation stage, but we also test them on what we call the spelling of the word, so that they will be aware of the spelling, not only just the pronunciation of the word, but also the spelling. Okay, so I guess that's all for our presentation. Okay, so thank you for listening and have a nice day.